So I was addicted to porn and lust for about 10 years. Now, what got me into wanting to quit was finding all those videos about supernatural benefits that I will get if I am able to quit. Girls will start looking at me. I'll get more respect from other men, and so on and so forth. But after quitting myself, I'm more than 100 days free from porn and masturbation, and overcoaching over 90 people at this moment. I want to make a video warning about what are the downsides of quitting porn. And by downsides, I mean downsides. Because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. And by doing it, I want you to understand the reality that you will for sure experience if you quit or if you are trying to quit. Because I'm going to make it very clear for you. Your life over short term will become worse than before. Because previously, you had this one thing in your life that you used for escape. Whenever you felt bored, whenever you feel stressed or lonely, you had this one thing that you could run to. When you start quitting it, you basically destroy the thing that brought you comfort and safety. One of the benefits that I heard is that you have less anxiety. And right now, I do experience less anxiety, but in the short term, like especially the first weeks, you'll have much more anxiety. From withdrawal symptoms to just the total shift that you made in your life. You took away a thing that used to take a big part in your life, and you haven't filled it yet with better things. Also, you'll notice that porn is just the tip of the iceberg. There's usually so much underneath it, you wouldn't even believe. Trauma from being molested as a kid, taking medications. That's just some things that people that I've coached experience. And there are so many more things that I didn't encounter on these calls. Second thing is that you are sacrificing one of the biggest natural pleasures in the world. I'm going to be honest with you, if you think that you can quit porn while also masturbating, you're just prolonging the inevitable. You will have to sacrifice the pleasure. Now, of course, in the future, when you find a wife or a girlfriend, you will experience that pleasure at some point. But for the time being, you have to be willing to sacrifice it. Because if you don't, the craving will become too strong. And if you don't say clearly that I'm giving this up, it's making me weaker and I don't want to be this way, you're going to succumb to it over and over again. Now, I've already briefly touched upon the feelings that you'll be exposed to when you're quitting porn, which is sadness, loneliness, anger, boredom. You won't quit porn entirely unless you're able to cope with all these emotions in a healthier way. Now, I still feel stressed. I still feel bored, still feel lonely. I don't use porn to escape those feelings. There are certain tactics that I'm using and that work for me, and I can invite you to try them as well. But ultimately, you have to find something that you can consistently do and are effective specifically for you. Because one of the interesting facts from neuroscience is that the brain of a porn addict only acts as a normal brain when it's exposed to porn. So while quitting, you'll have to experience stress and anxiety, withdrawal symptoms, boredom. Essentially, you'll have to suffer. You'll have to endure pain. But it's also the cornerstone to becoming a stronger person. If you can reject one of the most primal desires, well, what else can you do? How else you can improve your life? My point is that don't be discouraged by the pain that you're feeling because you expected that it'll be just new benefits showing up every single day. I think this quote from 3 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 12, sums it up best. In fact, everyone who wants to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be prosecuted. I know that this video kind of has this negative undertone that quitting porn will make your life more miserable. But honestly, it was one of the best decisions in my life. However, making that transformation is painful. And choosing to endure that pain, no matter what, is what helped me to actually quit it. So expect pain. Even invite it and learn to enjoy it. It sounds weird, sounds masochistic, but that's a spiritual preparation. Kind of the groundwork that needs to happen if you want to make progress. One of the best quotes I ever heard that motivates me to this day is, smile in the rain. Because the alternative is way worse. Don't ask for a lighter burden, ask for broader shoulders. If you'd like to join a community of closely knit Christian men who are trying to become more virtuous in the eyes of God, join the community in the description down below.